Welcome to our channel, Adventures with Claude. I'm Phil.
I'm Darrelle. This is Claude. When we arrived in the very dark last night, the owner helped us find our spot to park, and this is where we are, right by the river. I'll find out what river that is. And there's Claude, back of Claude, not very far from the river at all. I think we might have been a bit more level if we'd gone a bit further back, but never mind. It was very, very dark at 7 o'clock last night.
Flag Fen Archaeology Park, just outside Peterborough. The story of Flag Fen began in 1971 when excavations ahead of the construction of Peterborough New Town revealed an almost intact Bronze Age landscape, which ran along the edge of the drained fen.
Look, there's a Darrelle-sized house.
Probably is though, to be fair. A Darrelle-sized house.
Hello there. A perfect day for doing that.
It is, really is.
Isn't it?
Yeah, it really is.
It's gorgeous.
So, Flag Fen was built initially about 3,300 years ago. It's a causeway across the fen from Peterborough, between Peterborough and the Must Farm, which is a prehistoric farm. It was discovered in 1982 by Francis Pryor. I'm sure most of you have seen it on TV at one time or another, probably in this little room, this little house. I'm sitting in the storyteller's chair. Unfortunately, because the fen is drying out, the remaining causeway that hasn't yet been excavated is at severe risk. So they're trying to get the rest of it out before it dries out completely. And that's been ongoing for the last few years. Let's go outside now and I'll show you around a bit more. It's quite windy out there, so I hope you can hear me with my furry friend attached. It's the most gorgeous day. Makes a change for us, doesn't it? It's normally freezing. Ooh.
A naked house.
I suspect there's a lot of experimental archaeology here to see what happens if you leave them.
It was in 1982 when archaeologists surveying the depths of the Fen Basin came across timbers of what was to prove an internationally important site. There is a section of the causeway which is housed in a very dark building, but you can just about see the timbers. Excavations in the basin continue to find prehistoric settlements, farms, barrows, cemeteries and religious sites, along with managed river causeways across the developing Fen March. There are reconstructed roundhouses around the site, and of course Darrelle had to sit in the storyteller's chair.
changed our mind about where we were staying tonight. We were originally going to go to a pub car park, another Brit stops, but we are here. It's absolutely gorgeous. Right by the river.
The earliest castle at Fotheringhay was probably built by Simon de Senlis, Norman Earl of Northampton and Huntingdon, in around 1100 AD. On his death, his widow Maud married David, King of Scotland, and the castle passed down the Scottish royal line. In the 15th century, the castle became the administrative centre of the powerful Dukes of York. Subsequently, it became a royal palace, the birthplace of Richard III, and eventually the prison and place of execution of Mary, Queen of Scots.
Mary Stuart, Queen of Scots, was beheaded in the Great Hall of Fotheringhay Castle on the 8th of February 1586. King Richard III, youngest son of Richard, Duke of York and Cicely Neville, was born in this castle on October the 2nd, 1452. Face of Peterborough Cathedral, the west front. Completed in 1238, the Great West Front is topped in the centre by a statue of St Peter, to whom the cathedral is dedicated and after whom Peterborough is named.
Sunshine is stunning. So tonight we are at a farm shop, a Brit stop. Not the most picturesque car park, but fabulous farm shop. Despite the fact that we spent £35 in the farm shop, it's a free stop. But that's great.
We can do better. We could be chasing dreams. We know what's right, and we know how it feels. Yeah, we can do better. We can make a change for real.
We are actually on a campsite tonight. This is Pine Cones campsite near Dersingham. We don't often stay on campsites. This one was 25 quid a night. No electric, and it's the cheap pitch. We don't even get a picnic bench on our pitch. But the showers are toasty warm and look really good, so hopefully they are. There is also a drive over for your grey waste, which is also really useful, and by there is also a point to fill up your water. So we've done all of that, emptied the toilet, emptied our bins, done all that sort of stuff, but it's gone really cold today, so I'm going to go and chill out now. We've arrived in Kings Lynn. We're both full of cold, so we're going to have to spend a little bit of time wandering around Kings Lynn. It sounds like it might be an interesting place. So eventually we found the tourist information. It was very confusing. I ended up having to use my Google Maps. We are now we've grabbed a couple of maps and guides, and we'll carry on to the Lynn Museum for Seahenge. In 1998, the Moving Sands, a home next to the sea, not far from King's Lynn, revealed a wooden henge of 55 split timbers. This is some of them here. Some of them are placed one way up, some of them the other way up, probably so they didn't look like they were bowing in woods. They believe there were 50 people worked on this because they found 50 different axes that were used. 4,000 years old, they calculate it to be dated from 2049 BC. In the centre was this massive, I don't know how to describe it, massive stump that weighs over a tonne and is 2.5 metres in length and width. There's nothing to tell you what any of these buildings are.
Yeah. Just buildings.
Just buildings. House. This is the only remaining Hanseatic League warehouse or comptoir in England. It's now a tea room. It's a pretty interesting little town. Very interesting. Lots of little hidden histories. Very old buildings. No idea, just old buildings. And we're back at the tourist information. So I think we've pretty much walked all the way around Lynn. Castle Rising, Wednesday, I think. The 12th of March? No idea.
William d'Albini II, he built the keep to celebrate his advantageous marriage to Adeliza of Louvain, the widow of King Henry I, and his promotion to the earldom of Sussex, which is handy when you're in Norfolk. Hello. Can we gain access? Yeah.
Yeah, just mind the door because they're a bit wet.
Will do. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thanks, guys.
This was the original entrance, I think. This is the chapel. Not sure I've quite got the layout here.
Clearly did an awful lot of work after the floor plan in the 16th century. Had to replace the floor to find ways around it.
Yeah, I know. Strange.
I'm not paying for another bloody floor. Drive a walkway through that wall.
Very odd. Oh, the kitchen apparently.
And that's it. Go no further.
What did we think of Castle Rising?
I thought Castle Rising was very interesting. It was a big story to be told, but sadly English Heritage failed to tell it.
Yeah, it's got a really interesting history, but there was absolutely nothing. The most exciting thing was this is the well which gave the water or something. It was very boring and lacking in any information about the people. There we are. Bit of a mistake on the planning front this morning. We've arrived at our next campsite and they've not got us booked in until tomorrow. However, they found us a space, not a problem. She seemed like a lovely lady. And we are at, what's it called?
Fox Hills,
Fox Hills campsite.
just outside Weybourne.
So thanks to JP, one of our favourite YouTubers, we found this site. It's absolutely gorgeous.
We're going to walk through Muckleberg Hill down towards the coast. Just adjacent to this is the Muckleberg Hill Military Collection, which isn't open, a privately owned collection of memorabilia and war vehicles and things. Not really something we're interested in. But as we are here, really just the beginning of spring, so it'll be interesting to see what's out. And let's go. A walk in the woods. It's amazing to think that in a matter of weeks these trees will all have their clothes on again.
We used to tell the children that ferns were dinosaur food, and it always amused them. Tell me in the comments what weird things you told your kids to keep them amused on walks.
Love the colours of the gorse. So striking.
Got some mighty powerful protectors from birds here. Must be some valuable crops they want to protect. They all look very new. They all look very new. Now there's a scary sign. Private, keep out. Mines, keep out. Deep excavation.
Nothing that says it's MOD land, so very odd.
Oh, the conspiracy theorists in me. Needs to go back to sleep. There's a lot of sky here. Oh gosh, it's brisk when you come over the top. Look at that.
Nice idea. Take a bin bag and fill it up with rubbish. Except there's no bin bags left.
Dereham windmill, built in 1836, ran as a flour milling mill until 1937, now open to visitors, just outside Dereham.
Well, you get to the point at the end of every breakaway and it's time to have a bit of a reflect. And it was a lovely week. Really like Norfolk and the Norfolk area, absolutely excellent. Countryside is beautiful. Had a thoroughly good time. Stayed in some nice places, met some nice people, and now we start the journey home with the Brit stops planned for tonight, and we might even get to go out for something to eat. Thoroughly recommend Norfolk. What fun. So much for watching our video. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have enjoyed it, please subscribe. Click the thumbs up to show you've liked it. And ring the bell so you get notifications on new videos. Thanks for watching.